Our first presentation of the night will be made by our current women's soccer coach, who has guided the Huskies to another conference tournament berth this season. The playoffs begin next Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Haney.
Thank you, David. As we speak to our athletes, we often tell them that it's the privilege of being a Bloomsburg University Husky that is what brings you to become a special person at this university. I consider this one of the privileges of my life to introduce this next person, Chuck Laudermilch, who 20 plus years ago had the foresight to see the growth in women's soccer and talk to our administration about the potential of adding a program. Not only did Chuck add a program, he added a program and took it to incredibly high heights right from the start, setting standards that will probably never be matched with his win-loss record, with his production of positive student athletes who went into the communities and became members in a fashion that made him proud, because I know that as Chuck, as a professor at this university and also a member of our faculty emeritus here, he is a special person in that regard. To come with that kind of passion for both the academia and the athletic side of life painted a great portrait for the young women that he was in charge. And I think it's a testament to Chuck and his family as you see how many young ladies returned to see Chuck into the Hall of Fame. I can't think of a more deserving person to become a member of this Hall of Fame, as he has represented Bloomsburg University in such a positive manner in so many facets throughout his life, and he will continue to do so, as he is often in my office giving me advice, and I am always there to take it. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Chuck Laudermilch to the Bloomsburg University Athletic Hall of Fame.
When I got the phone call from Dave and from Mike, it took me a while to gather myself together to believe this was actually happening. And then of course that occurred in March, so I've been practicing this speech for thousands of times. Each time it comes out a bit different. Mary Gardner reminded me early on that people that I should be thanking, I'm liable to forget some of them because I'm a bit nervous up here. I used to tell my students, if you get into a situation where you feel nervous, tell people that you are, and then you can relax. Well, I'm nervous, so I can now relax. I thought about the emotions that I was feeling after being notified regarding this, and I almost immediately began to think of the people in my life that have touched me and have touched the program, women's soccer. And I tried to think how I was feeling about that, and what I thought about was that my wife Carol and I are members of the Presbyterian Church here in Bloomsburg. And when you're elected to an office there, they have a tradition where you have the congregation come down and reach out and touch you. And they call it the laying of hands. And what it means is that people love you, people support you, people care about you. And that's the way that I feel about Bloomsburg soccer. that there were so many hands that touched me that really, really belong up here with me. And I want to start talking about my family. We went from coaching AYSO twice a week, practices only an hour long, to all of a sudden university coach, and all the coaches in here understand what that means. It means fall, spring, summer, fall, spring, summer. And my wife Carol always was there for me, always supported me, pursued her own profession, and was always by my side. And if you notice tonight, the women that are here love her just as much as they love me. And that's made all the difference in terms of my success. And my three children, who happen to be here, Steve, Stacy, and Shannon, all went on, and they had their own athletic careers, and they were their own student athletes at their own institutions. And they shared me with all the women that were a part of my life for about 10 years. Mary Gardner opened the door for us. She just said to me that I nagged her a lot about this, but I don't recall that. But she opened the door, and we became the 18th, that's correct, isn't it, Mary, the 18th varsity sport. And she provided support, emotional and financial, and she was the springboard that we grew so quickly and so effectively. And people that were around us then, Steve Goodwin, who was the men's coach, who shared resources with us, made us feel like we belonged, made us feel like it was okay to be there and to share the facility. Meant a lot to us at that point. Lou Hendricks, who I would like to have him stand up, okay, because he was very important to me. Lou spent 3 years of his life as my volunteer assistant. He and I drove up to Binghamton, we got certified, we got our licenses, and there was Lou. And honestly, without him, I would not have been able to take the steps towards the success that we had. Thank you so much, Lou, and thank you, Karen, for being here. I wanted to talk a little bit about Jim Christie. I think I was in his office every other week, wasn't I, Jim? Begging you to admit this person or that person. Well, without Jim's support, without Jim's, I don't know, just being there for me and talking through each person and making sure they were the right fit for Bloomsburg, we would not have been where we were so quickly. We had some wonderful young women come in, and they were primarily through Jim's programming. I wanted to talk a little bit about the team, and in addition to that, I skipped a person that's incredibly important. Bonnie Morton, would you please stand up? Bonnie, I actually did teach here too. I was the social work professor for 28.5 years. Bonnie, she won't admit this, but pretty much ran our department in sociology, social work, and criminal justice. And our student athletes came up to McCormick quite frequently to see me and to talk with me. And Bonnie always made them feel welcome. And she had a sense of what I was doing. She had a sense that I had a passion for my teaching and that I had a passion for women's soccer. And she was always there for me, always supportive in every way possible. And I want to thank you for that.
Thank you, Chuck.
I would like the women that are here tonight to please stand and play for me. Carol said I can't have you stand the whole time, so you may sit down. Amongst the group that just stood up, We have All-Americans. We have 2 Hall of Famers, Julie Bugg and L.J. Cohen, that are here tonight. And we have people that play club soccer for me, and we've got a couple of people that I coached when they were 12 years old. And there's something very special about this group. I'm going to use Mike Volpe's communication to me about women's soccer. He wrote me a lovely note. Mike was Steve's assistant for a couple of years while he was doing an MBA here. Mike played for University of Virginia and Bruce Arena, played at the highest level in the country. And he wrote me this note that I want to share with the players that are here tonight. He said that our teams, the women who played at Bloomsburg University, were always trusting of one another, trusting of the coaches, treated each other with mutual respect. And when they went out on the pitch, they played their best. And that's what I see in them today, that they are incredible young adults. I'm very, very proud of them. I want to end by thanking Bloomsburg University. This journey that I've had could not have happened any other place. The support that I had from the athletic administration, the support I had from the academic side, the people that are here. I just love this place, and I'm so thankful that I've been a part of it. Thank you.